Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our birthday giveaway. My name is Joelle Simone Anthony, and I'm also known as the Grave Woman. And of course, I am joined today by Little Miss Funeral, aka Lauren LeRoy. Our special guest today is Miss Shannan Guillory, also known as Idodeath online. She's the author of the book, Dear Grief, You're a Bitch. Shannan, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and what it is that you do?
Hi everybody, as Joel mentioned, my name is Shannan Guillory. I'm a funeral director in Los Angeles, and I've been licensed for about a decade, been in the funeral business about going on 12 years now. And a couple years ago, I started blogging initially. I noticed that a lot of people really didn't like to talk about death, and I noticed that when people tend not to talk about things, they tend to be uninformed, and when you're uninformed, you tend to fear what you don't know. So I try to kind of bridge that gap, especially in communities of color where we think we can pray the sadness away, which is fine for some people, but trying to kind of bridge that gap and show that you can have healthy coping mechanisms and, paired with your religious beliefs and kind of, move that way. So I started blogging about it. It kind of started as a way to vent. I didn't think people would read it. I thought just like my mom and a couple of my friends would read it, and a lot of people did, which is cool. So in 2017, I suffered a personal loss. I lost my fiance suddenly 3 weeks before our wedding. And yeah, that was trash. And so I noticed I was going to 3 grief therapists, and it wasn't really doing anything for me. I wasn't really connecting or healing in the way that I thought I should be. So I've always kind of piddled around with writing. And so I started just sort of jotting my thoughts down, and they turned into stories. So I compiled them. They're 5 very short stories. Each one is sort of personifying one of the 5 stages of grief. And so my cousin did the cover art. It's cute. It's me as a skeleton holding a glass of wine, because that's just how I live my life. And it was just, it kind of was meant for me to vent. And one of my other girlfriends who's a therapist uses it as a jumping off point for writing exercises. And so this sort of meant to get you thinking about writing your own story. There is an accompanying journal that comes with it. And yeah, that's what I do. I just kind of trying to bridge that gap and start these conversations through transparency and building a community.
As today's prize, Shannan is giving away a few copies of her book. And in order to be eligible to win, you will first have to subscribe to both Lauren and I on YouTube and respond to Shannan's question, which is?
I do have a question for all of you. Today, my question is, how would you like to receive support when you've lost someone? What is the best way someone can support you?
I love that question because I think it's so different for every single person. So I'm interested to hear to read what everybody says in the comment section below. So once again, you all have to answer that question. And then also we are obviously asking you all to subscribe to both Joelle and my YouTube channel. We will put the link for both of the channels in the description bar below. And then don't forget to like both of the videos as well.
Shannan, where can viewers find you online to learn more about your story and to purchase your book?
So I post a new blog every Monday, Idodeath.com. You can find me on Instagram at Idodeath, Twitter the same, even though I'm never there, but maybe if you guys talk to me, I'll come there. So yeah, that's where you can find me. You can buy the book on Idodeath.com/book. If you have a Kindle, you can find it on Amazon if you need the Kindle version.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us for our birthday giveaways. We're so happy to have you collaborating with us, and thank you. And we will see everybody next time.